A really warm welcome to the Holistic Health Collective YouTube channel. I'm here to talk about the Aquarius new moon, a new portal of energy for transformation and change. And I'm Sarah King. I'm a trauma-informed somatic coach for women, which really just means that I help women heal through the body to really activate their self-belief, to work with their inner critic, to overcome health challenges so that they can really take those steps to living more authentically, for being able to speak your truth, for being able to live the life that you want without guilt. So this is for open-hearted women, for women with an interest in spirituality, and implementing it in a really practical way into your very full, very busy life, but you are driven to live through the heart more. So let's look at when the Aquarius new moon falls. So here in the UK, it will be on Wednesday, the 29th of January, and it's about 12:30 in the afternoon. And Aquarius medicine really is an invitation for an expansion to your higher self. And I've got some self-inquiries and some physical health suggestions here, and I've got them all on a beautiful slide that I've made on our Instagram post. I'm just going to refer to them as I look down, just so that I can really imbue this message with the most activating advice for expansion for you. So Aquarius medicine, the new moon in Aquarius means it's a time to remember your really deep belonging and unquestionable oneness with the vaster workings of the universe and life. To really remember your power and your role as a co-creator of your life. So each new moon is a time to wipe the slate clean and really think about, where am I driving my life? Am I thinking about what I want, or am I thinking about what I don't want? Because we manifest from our thoughts. Aquarius is an air sign, a very fast thinking air sign, and it asks us to examine our thoughts and get them in order. And really at this time where AI is becoming even more powerful, is to remember our humanness, to work with technology, but to remember that we are human, and just to melt isolation and any feelings of loneliness by seeking community. So inviting you to think about who is in your spaces, who is a safe space for you. And if it doesn't exist for you, if you don't have a group of friends or people with a similar interest, or if there's disharmony in your family or your chosen family, thinking about how you can create this. And I'll speak to that through a trauma-informed lens a little bit more deeply. And this idea of we can self-regulate. So if we're feeling activated in our nervous system in some way, if we're feeling like we're in fight or flight or freeze or shutdown mode, and this might be that we're displaying signs of illness, or we might feel very agitated or very on edge or experiencing high anxiety, or we feel like we want to withdraw from the world, we feel isolated, we feel like we don't have the energy or passion to live, or that we're just going through the motions. This is signs that we're holding unresolved stress or possibly unresolved trauma. And so this is an invitation under this new moon to start to think particularly about co-regulating with other people. No, we don't exist in isolation. We are always syncing up to other people's nervous systems, whether we're aware of it or not. And so you know that energy when you're in a room with someone that just lights up the room and suddenly you feel at ease or you feel at peace, or a person that says, "Are you okay?" and you just start crying because you know it's safe to let the emotions flow, which they're meant to. They're not meant to be locked in. And so many people, we feel like we've got to keep a brave face on, or we've got to be the strong one. And there might be some cases where that has to be so. So this moon is asking us to create those spaces or seek those spaces and find those spaces. So I'm really, really glad that you have come to find this space on this new moon and put your energy in here. I'd love to talk about practical health tips as well. And so this is really inviting you to co-regulate, and how you can do that on a practical level is to hug a safe person. This might be a pet, going up for more pet cuddles. This might be a tree if you're into tree hugging and into nature. This might be self-hugging if there isn't a safe person for you or you can't access them at the moment, or there isn't the ability there. So you really have the power to bring that co-regulation. And you might just imagine, perhaps it's from a loved one that has passed. What did it feel like when they used to embrace me, and really receive that? So inviting you to do that. So as I mentioned, new moons bring new energy. So this is the wiping the slate clean energy. So I'm inviting you to put your thoughts to what it is you want to create in your life, and maybe to write a list of this. Traditionally, this would be known as manifesting, creating abundance in your life. And Aquarius ask you to do this through your thinking mind. So really start to bring colour and vibrancy into any visions or dreams that you have for your present and your future life. So whether this is related to health, to relationships, to earth healing, which is so needed at the moment, anything which is on the micro, like I wish for a fresh bunch of flowers, onto the macro, where we want to see the harmony through institutions or through countries. Dream big, dream small, and manifest using your power. And a soul inquiry that I have for you, so you might want to journal on this or just sit with this, is what part am I playing in my community to bring a sense of togetherness and connection? What part are you playing? Because we all might think it's someone else's job to, pick up the rubbish that's floating around in the breeze, or someone else's job to put on a yoga class or a kids' activity. But what do you have in your power to do to bring a sense of togetherness and oneness? And this could look as anything from smiling at somebody in the street around your neighbourhood, to making a kind donation, maybe even posting a chocolate bar through your neighbour's door. You can be really creative with this here. And so what I'd invite you to do is take some time under the new moon. The new moon lasts for around 3 days, so you get a day before, the day of the new moon, and the day after, to sit with these inquiries. And if you wanted some guidance, then we host a ceremony inside our online space called the Holistic Health Circle. And we bring a group of women together in this online space to take those practical steps and those energetic steps required to start to shed old layers of programming that no longer serve you, limiting beliefs, to look at resolving stress and trauma, but to do this in a space where you can be seen as your authentic self and start to get curious about who that is. And then the new moons are at times where we really plant those seeds of intention about creating that life, your highest life, that life of your desires. And so if you're interested to join, drop me a message. You can email me, and the details are below, or you can find me on social media at Holistic Health Collective, and you can drop me a PM. The details are on our website as well, which is www.holistichealthcollective.co.uk. And we would be so honoured that you would consider us to hold space for you to work through the moons with you this year.